What up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, back in here with one more video. I brought Naya back. Naya, say what's up.
What's up, y'all?
Listen, so we have a very special video for you guys today. It was recommended to us from a subscriber that wanted us to react to the video How Men Become Dogs. So this is a multi-part episode. I think it's all like skits, so it's all actors, but it's supposed to portray how dudes become savages. So I wanted to watch that as well as promote it. So I'll leave all the links in the descriptions in the description box down below, so you can go watch the whole series yourself if you haven't seen it. But we haven't seen it, so everything that you see us react to is just gonna be what we're feeling like in the moment. So
it's gonna be the real deal.
It's gonna be the real deal, Holyfield. So without further ado, you ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah. Let's get in it.
Leave your lipstick on the edge of my glass. I just wanna taste your shadow when you're gone. You might think that we're moving too fast, but
see, most women think that all men are born nasty dogs. But in reality,
wanna catch you before you go.
it's not true.
Curtains up and you step out. The lights come on.
Honestly, we're born friendly poodles. We get turned into dogs by women.
Why, number one, why is she dressed like that in the park? Why is she wearing heels?
She must be acting like Bambi in the park, because them hills and that sand
On a dirt path.
that's not good for you.
Yeah,
yo.
no, this is
like
not-
your ankles are shaking, literally.
Are shaking, right. One false move and bone is gonna stick right out of her leg.
Or ass is gonna be on the floor.
Or ass is on the floor in all of the dirt.
This is the story of how men become dogs.
I love my boo, man. Just look at her. Being a nice guy's got me many places, but last, this isn't one of them. All right, baby, here we go. Surprise. All right.
What is it?
It's a picnic basket, baby. Park y'all here to have a picnic. Come on now. Now, where do we? Who is making all that noise? Fucking Boy Scout. What the hell is wrong with you, man? Look, I told you. Look, I want to be on the block. You got me at the fucking park. Man, I don't know any woman that'll date a guy like that, baby. Told me good news at home. Glad that's not us, baby. Glad that's not us.
Julian, I need to talk to you.
What's up, baby? Talk to me.
I can't do this anymore.
Do what?
Us, you, this. I just can't. You ain't man enough for me.
What?
Julian, what man do you know owns a picnic basket, huh? And where did you get the picnic baskets from? What's Hollywood?
No.
Only women are supposed to pack picnic baskets. And I bet you got them little heart-shaped cookies up in there too, don't you?
You doggone Skippy, I got these cookies.
Julian, I need a man with a backbone.
I do have a
No,
backbone.
last week I asked you to kill a bug. You talking about, oh, the bug got feelings.
They do.
Julian, why can't you be more like him?
The park is a
God
problem.
damn it, don't goddamn act cute.
Pause. What? What's going on here? I mean, this seems very, do dudes do this?
Do girls?
Wait a
Well,
minute.
actually, I know that girls do this, but it's trash. I just want to point out that the fact that she's acting like this is trash.
Wait a minute, but do dudes, like, has a dude ever tried to take you on a picnic before?
Never taken me on an exact picnic, but he's like done like something in the park, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go to the park and just like chill and chat or whatever. Like,
That's fine.
but a whole picnic, I ain't never seen that. First of all, black people shouldn't even do picnics. You know what picnic stands for? Pick a nigga.
Sure.
Don't take me on a picnic.
I'm more appalled that this gentleman had a wicker basket.
Was that a wicker basket or was that the plastic Trader Joe's type of basket?
I don't know, but I like, this doesn't feel realistic to me. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe I'm so out of touch as to the type of dudes that are dating nowadays. Like, maybe
So I don't think there's anything wrong with taking her on a picnic, but I do feel like this is like very staged. And the fact that she was like, I want a man like the other dude in the video.
right, and as the dude was like,
as he was like, and she's like, oh, I want to be on the block. You got me at the park, like, baby girl.
Yeah.
I would rather have a picnic than be with a dude on the block.
But there's women like that.
That's true.
There's definitely women like that will only respect a man that will posture up like that. But I don't think that's a healthy way to live as a dude. Like, you know, you shouldn't ever be in a situation where they have the ability to knock you off of kind of what your purpose is, your focus in life. Like, in drama like that, like, that's not where you ever want to be at, in my opinion. But
it looked like she was attracted to toxic masculinity, which is kind of an interesting conversation for women specifically. It's like, you don't want to do this too soft, but like at the same time, you don't want the D-boy that's, you know, in the streets living this type of life. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna hold him down on a business? Because I'm not no ride or die. We're either riding or rewriting. Like, I don't, the dying.
There's no
shit,
dying.
I don't know about the dying. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
But you know, there are certain women that, oh, I want to be a ride or die. I want a ride or die man, and it's not for everybody. But for those that are there for, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and hold them down for the 8-year bid, sis.
Yeah.
But I'm good. I'm gonna pass on that.
Yeah, but there's a ride or die, but it's like, it depends who you willing to die for. Is it someone who's trying to kill you, or is it
Kill others,
or kill others? Like,
what is it?
Now, but on the flip side though, he started off talking about, yeah, nice guys. I'm not finished lashing. I'm a nice guy, but like, I don't like, that's some other, like, you could be a nice guy but not have your own picnic set up.
I'm glad that you're so stuck on this picnic basket.
No, because I don't even understand how this is like a thing. Like, I don't know, this just feels so staged to me, but I appreciate what they're doing.
I'm this close to buying a picnic basket, so you can have
I don't
your
want to, listen, let's go.
Baby, he's over there freaking degrading her.
No, he's not. He over there showing her that he's the man and she's the woman. He over there taking control, showing her who's boss. Shit, that's what I need in my life.
Don't you want to taste that goddamn
If they do that, red flag. Get out. Get out. If you see that at all, run. Get out. That's a major red flag. That's a damaged young woman. That she is damaged. She grew up in a crappy household. You know what I mean?
She probably grew up in a single parent household.
So, yeah, but like,
Where her mama dated the neighborhood drug dealer, and they
Right.
had the J's because he had the J's.
You don't want them like that, yo. They headaches. They headaches at the end of the day.
But baby, I would never be like him. I would never degrade a woman like that.
They can be fun though. Like, let's not get it twisted. But only for like a limited amount of time.
I feel like
amount of time.
I feel like your dating for fun era should be a limited amount of time, but that's a whole nother conversation. Maybe I should clarify that. So when I say my dating for fun should be in a limited era, I mean, like, you know, there's certain people you're like, oh, this is not someone I would go like further in a relationship. This is someone I would date for, you know, when you're young. You're like, oh, I'm gonna play with this. This is not someone I would do anything long term, but this is fun. But it's like when you get to a certain age, I feel like maybe you should start looking, if you're gonna be dating, there's certain men that I wouldn't date, that even though I'm still attracted to them, I wouldn't date now because I know the seriousness of where I'm at from a career standpoint, and then also for just like that relationship that I want coming rather soon.
I hear what you're saying, but I think that it's good advice for women because you have a clock. You have a biological clock.
Absolutely.
But for a man, I feel like we can date to our heart's content, and it's not predicated on some type of time horizon. I can continue to be me and be my utmost utmost of who I want to be in attaining my value, attaining my purpose, and that may not happen until I'm 45.
So what you can do and what you should do might be different.
No, but but what I should do is things that's gonna make me happy and set me up for long-term happiness, and what that is, and being forced into you should be in a relationship at a certain age, I think will lead to the destruction of that relationship and my happiness in the future. Like, I don't think that there's a set time. So this is the thing, like, and we could continue to talk about this too, is that, like, I feel as though we are put on this kind of cultural expectation, right? So like, you go to high school, you go to college, you find someone to be in a relationship with, you get married, you move up to the suburbs. Like, I feel as though now more than any time in our history, we have had the access of information of other people's lifestyles to assess what is, like, what do you want to do for yourself? Like, I think gone are the days that you just accept a cultural norm, and you need to look in within yourself to see what is it that you want to do. And it may not be getting married or locked down to another person or finding a partner until you're 45.
Everybody doesn't want the same thing, and I understand that and I respect that. But what I'm saying, as a woman, most women, we start to get around 30, and so we're like, okay, we might have been playing around in our 20s, but we're getting to the point now where we're like, okay, I want a serious relationship. Number one, because it's like, okay, I want to have kids, and I don't want to be an old maid when I have kids. Number two, my body's only going to allow me to have kids for a certain time. So women, we are on a time clock, which is kind of unfortunate when it comes to dating, because men are not necessarily on that same time clock, and so it kind of shifts the paradigm of like who is accessible and available for the things that you want at the time that you want it.
I 100% agree with you. This is why you see a lot of women dating older, because there's a lower amount of risk in coming across a dude who was never really that serious about you. Wasn't you just kind of around to validate him?
Fair enough.
Am I tripping? But at the same time, though, it's just what y'all have to work with. I mean, sorry, it's
don't be sorry, do better.
No, but it's not a do better. It's just I can't stand you. Let's keep going.
Especially somebody I care about, babe.
And that's exactly why your ass will always be a little bitch. Deuces and middle.
Now, most women say they prefer a man who supports them emotionally more than financially. And being honest with you, that's perfectly fine with me, because in essence, a relationship should be built on trust. Not finances.
I'm getting hungry. It's for dinner.
I'm glad you asked that. I was craving Italian.
Italian? No, it's my favorite.
Is it?
Yes. All right, I'm excited now. I'm gonna go get my jacket, okay?
All right.
All right. Baby, I'm ready.
And so is dinner.
What the hell is that?
Dinner. You said you wanted Italian, so I ordered our favorite, fettuccine alfredo. Smells good, huh?
I thought you said we were going to get Italian.
No, I was talking about these little frozen linguine dinners in the freezer.
Are you serious? TV dinners? Wine from a paper cup?
It's dinner and wine.
You are so cheap. I don't remember the last time you did anything nice for me.
How can you say that? What about Valentine's Day?
You bought me a teddy bear from the 99-cent store.
And dinner the other night, what about that?
Oh, okay. Buy one, get one free at Wendy's.
It was free. I didn't ask you to pay for anything.
Okay, I'm done.
Megan.
That was a lot.
Listen, listen. Run. Listen. Well, so wait, a couple of things. Like, let me not just act like it's all of her fault.
Please don't do that.
No. I won't do that. It's all about how you deliver the information. Case in point, if I'm setting up a date with someone that I do not know, it's coffee. I never take them out to dinner because I don't know them from a hole in the wall. So I feel as though as you're getting to know someone, there's financial trade-offs that you have to make. Now, if in order to get her, you were taking her out to fine dining, right? You were doing all these expensive activities, and then once you get her, you revert back to this. Then I can understand if he flipped the script, why she's acting like that.
I agree. It's a whole problem when you go from, oh, I'm gonna take you to Jeff Ruby's to I'm about to serve you this Michelina dinner to when I said I want Italian.
Listen.
Because I'm gonna hit you with the, first of all, you tried me, and I'm not to be trifled with. But I think more importantly, there should have been a conversation between the two of them about what their expectations. I feel like she's expecting certain things. His expectations are on a totally different playing field. So if you want a person that can do certain things, date that person. If you're not dating that person, recognize that and date somebody else. Because some people are gonna be cheap. Like personally, I'm not dating no cheap ass nigga. Like I'm just not gonna do it. Like it's not about like wanting you to take me to fancy things. I feel like cheapness is something that permeates a lot of different things that that make me feel away. I don't think you
but what if he's broke? There's no information with how much he makes per year.
And that's why I said date who you said that's a conversation. Yes,
but he may not be cheap. Like to me, cheap is I make $1 million a year, but I'm still eating at Wendy's.
Well, like anything count. If he broke, then you should expect a Michelin. But you know what I'm saying? He can't take you to Olive Garden. He can take you to Michelin, and that's it.
And listen, if he makes minimum wage, then what he's offering is probably a lot. But that's what I'm saying.
No, that's a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't have enough information to completely go in, but the assumption that he's cheap, we don't have enough information. He could make minimum wage.
She gotta say that he was cheap. So based on that, so I'm making.
But listen though, but I think this is something we gotta hit on because you jumped to cheap. And I think that if you don't know the situation, then we can't pass judgment on what he's able to provide.
Fair enough. She said he was cheap, so I took it as he was cheap. But he might be making minimum wage, like you said, and so this is what he can afford. But that's also a conversation. I feel like if you know you're dating someone that's on a certain financial level and they can't afford certain things, like you either are A, okay with it, or B, you're not. And if you're not, that's okay. You don't have to deal with things you don't want to deal with. But at the same time, it's not the fault of the person. It's the fault, low-key, of you for choosing to deal with the person, knowing their financial situation and knowing that's not a lifestyle that you can be accustomed to.
I feel it. All right, you want to keep going?
Sure.
This is good though. Yeah, I like this.
Like, listen, I know I'm not the richest man in the world. With what I have, I try my best to make you happy. I work my butt off and I'm waiting for that promotion. You know that. So come on, just work with me. I'm trying my best.
Your best is not good enough. Okay, call me when you get that promotion. That is if your phone is still turned on. With your broke ass.
I absolutely hate her. I hate her. With your broke ass. But see, she asked him for dinner, but she's talking about he's broke.
I don't know if she asked him per se for dinner. She said,
what's for dinner?
What's for dinner? But what's for dinner could be, she could also pay for herself when we got to dinner.
She could pay for herself.
She just don't want Michelin. She wants to actually go somewhere. Even if she got to pay for her shit when she get there, she I just don't want that.
I hate her.
I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. Everybody has one.
And then there's me. I guess you can call me the lucky one. I've been in a committed relationship the last 3 months, and I know my little angel will never do anything to hurt me. What the hell's going on?
Cameron, you're home early.
You having sex with another man in my bed? Dog, you can't knock. Hold on. What you want to do?
Stop, Henry.
He can't fight.
Damn, you're right. He can't fight.
Cameron. I'm sorry.
Maybe he'll be all right.
I told you he couldn't fight.
Hey. I'm gonna bang you, girl.
God.
What?
First of all, this reminds me of Contagious when Mr. Biggs came upstairs.
What the hell is going on between the sheets in my home?
Hold on, baby, let me stay.
Before you start to point your cake, girl, I'm about to have a.
Ooh, it's about to be some shit.
How did I get into this?
Shoulda never came home with this bitch. You low down dirty one. Back to where you come.
All right. So anyway, you had to say.
So the whole situation was trash. I am a person that is not proponent of cheating whatsoever. I feel like if you ever feel a way about me or our relationship, whatever, tell me. We can amicably break up. I'm not saying we're gonna be friends, we're gonna be homies. We might not, that's fine. But cheating to me is just it makes my skin crawl a bit.
Yeah, sure. I got nothing to unpack. That one was just so ridiculous.
Yeah, that was out of control. But when she was like, I told you we couldn't fight. And then they started going at it again. I was like, this man is on the floor knocked out.
All right. Oh, goodness. I want to see what's happening.
Man, this is whack.
Tell me about it, bro. Man, I don't know about y'all fellas, but I'm tired of having female problems, man. I feel like the opposite of Jay-Z. I feel like I got 99 problems, and they all women.
Bitches.
What you just call them, bro?
The lyrics say, never mind, but yo, he's right, man. It shouldn't be like this.
That's what I'm saying. But you women like queens, man. They should be falling at our feet.
Yeah, but they not.
That's because we too damn nice.
What you talking about, man?
So you know how they say good guys always finish last, right?
Yeah.
So, we need to start being the type of men women really want.
What's that?
I'm gonna tell you. Dogs.
What is that?
It's a flyer, man. I found it right after Sam.
right after Sam dumped me.
Learn how to be the type of man women can't resist.
See that?
Should we go? Why not? What we got to lose?
Plus, you know what they say about dogs anyway, right? Their man's best friend?
Nah, their penis is swell up when they get it ain't.
No, man. They all go to heaven.
Breath of fresh air from a fairly fresh place. Fresh jeans, fresh kicks, and a fresh face. Old school to these freshmen, and it tastes fresh squeezed to these morning streets. I be OJ. On BART listening to MP3s of these other MCs, trying to figure how I'm different than, better than, flipping than.
You a dog master?
Yes. Well, I'm Cameron. This is Mario, and that's Julian.
Ooh. Germs. Call me Hamlin.
Hamlin? You got a last name?
You ever heard of Prince, Maxwell, Genuine? Well, I'm Hamlin. See, a dog never has a last name. Think about it. Well, Hamlin, we heard you could turn regular good guys like us into Lotharios. Well, dogs as women call them. I could turn a poodle into a pit bull. Trust me. Oh my God, what happened to you?
I got into a fight.
Probably from the guy that banged your girl and probably in your house too, huh? That's sad. Fellas, grab a seat. Yeah.
Hold up. Are y'all sure y'all want to do this?
Oh, and you must be the broke one. See, the broke one always have second thoughts. It's in their nature. Trust me. Fellas, have a seat. Gentlemen, I'm gonna teach you everything you need to know about being a dog. When I'm done, you'll have any woman you want eating out of the palm of your hand. Any questions? Concerns?
None.
Good. Class is in session.
All right, so just last question to finish off. Do nice guys finish last?
So let's talk about nice guys, because I have a couple of opinions about that. So like, first of all, what is a nice guy? A nice guy is subjective. Like,
I think the picnic basket is that dude was a nice guy.
He thinks he's a nice guy. There are a lot of men who think they're nice guys when they're just a regular dude. Like, it's like, oh, I'm a nice guy, I should get X because I'm nice. It's like you want a cookie for being a nice guy. Being nice is the baseline of what you should be. A. 2, what's a nice guy is different for every woman. 3, just because you're nice doesn't mean that you will secure the bag, so to speak. Like, just because you're a nice guy doesn't mean you're a good fit for me. There's a difference between a nice guy and a good fit for me. And I think a lot of men who say like, oh, I'm a nice guy, why didn't she want to date me? Just because you're nice doesn't mean you're a good fit for her. The good fit is, it trumps being nice. Like, it's great that you're nice. Yeah. But that's the baseline of what I'm expecting you to be as a human being.
So, but let me try to play devil's advocate here. Everything in here was a dating situation, you know, so maybe it's not about being nice, but it's about, you know, what are the things that you need to do to get what you want out of the situation, no matter if it's companionship, no matter if it's like a long-term relationship, whether or not it's just one night, like, depending upon what that is, what I think this is setting up for is like being the nice guy is not the way to do it.
So I'm disagreeing with that. I feel like you can be a nice guy and win, but in order to be a nice guy and win, you also have to be a good fit for me as a woman. Like, there are certain things that a woman looks for in a man, and it's like, oh, I want a man that's, you know, X, Y, and Z. So even if you meet a nice guy, he's nice. Nice is not enough to get me to like you. it's the things that you bring to the table, the X, Y, and Z that I'm looking for in a man. They give me like the same thing with women, same thing with men when they're looking at women. Like, you're like, oh, she a nice girl, she got her stuff together. But if she doesn't, if she's not who you are, what you're looking for, you're not gonna date her because she's a nice girl. Like, you're like, oh, she's a nice girl, I might go on a date with her, but I'm not going to date her because she's nice. Right. I'm going to date her because she checks my boxes, and her and I vibe on top of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I think that the idea that just because you're nice, you should get across the finish line is old and it's tired, and you know it should be let go. Like, being nice it's unfortunately it's not enough. Just like even when you're married and you love somebody, love is not enough to make a marriage work. There are a lot of things that go into making a marriage work, and love is one of those components, but it's not enough to get you across the finish line, so to speak, on its own 2 feet. Like, there are other things that have to come into play. And so I just think that when people think, oh, I'm nice, she should date me because I'm nice, they don't think that. Like, look at the wholeness of yourself, look at the wholeness of her, and if the wholeness of her doesn't necessarily fit with the wholeness of you, that might be the reason that she doesn't date you. Not because she doesn't think you're a nice guy. She might think you're a perfectly nice guy, but you just don't check her boxes. And I think men have to be okay with that, because women get it all the time. They're like, oh, you know, she a nice girl, she got her stuff together, whatever the case may be. But just because you're all those things, that doesn't mean that men are knocking down your door to be your boyfriend or your husband.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of things. So there's a couple of things that I heard. Number one, and the word nice is a really ambiguous term, right? So like what we just saw the dude with the wicker basket, like that was his definition of nice. To me, that's not nice. There's some other stuff going on with him that like is outside of being nice.
Right.
My thing is like you can still be a nice dude, but at the same time, I think where niceness can get you into trouble is if you're so nice that you're a pushover.
Exactly.
Right. So like you still need to see yourself as high value. You need to see. You need to not have a scarcity mindset. Right. You need to understand kind of who you are. Be confident in that. And make sure that you're getting respect through that. I think you could still have a degree of niceness, or you know, like a real woman who is looking for like a relationship. You can be nice, but you don't want to be a pushover.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like you want to command that level of respect, and you know.
Right, because I mean, most women, they want a guy that's nice, but they also want a man's man who has a backbone. So, you know, I think at every point in a relationship, the other one person needs to be checked sometimes. Like, not necessarily checked, but just kind of like, hey, like that's not okay for you to do that. And so if she doesn't feel like you're the type of person, or vice versa, if he doesn't feel like you would correct him when he's either A, being disrespectful, or just operating in a manner that's not acceptable for you, I think both parties want the person to be able to say like that's not acceptable. So I think it just comes down to like, I still want you to respect yourself, because if you don't respect you, how do you expect me to respect you? Like, you know what I'm saying? You channel how I'm gonna treat you. So and I will say there are some women out there that's gonna dog you regardless. There's some men out there that are gonna dog you right. But we would like to see, you know, someone that respects themselves, someone that holds themselves accountable, because that holding yourself and that respect is gonna transfer to how you deal with me. You're gonna hold me accountable. You're gonna expect me to respect myself. And I feel like that's a two-way street in a relationship, is that we both should hold a certain amount of respect for one another. So, and if you don't respect yourself, it's hard for me to develop that type of respect for you.
Yeah, no, I agree. So it sounds as if you agree that nice guys do finish last in some set.
I'm not saying.
No, did I just paraphrase that?
Yeah, you did.
I was trying to hold on to what you were saying, but you were saying a lot of different things after another, so it was hard for me to keep up with what you were saying. But
so I'm not saying that nice guys finish last, but I'm saying that nice is the baseline of what you should be as far as your decency as a human being. But nice is not going to get you across the border if you don't have the other things that the person is looking for.
Yeah, but I still think that there's a degree to the niceness that is irrelevant when you're trying to date somebody.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, if I like you, if I'm attracted to you, like, your niceness may or not, you know what I'm saying, it's a plus. Like, oh, he's nice, on top of the fact that I like the other things that he brings to the table. But if I'm not interested in you being nice is not gonna like be like, oh, I like him now because he's nice.
That's fine. And I think a lot of things that you're saying like works really well theoretically, but I think a lot of what, you know, dudes have experienced is exactly the opposite of what you're saying.
But so, I think men feel like, oh, I'm a nice guy, so she should like me because I'm nice. Like, you should be nice, period. Like, I'm a human.
That's
you're
table
a human.
stakes is what you're saying.
That's what you should have been. Like, that's the bread they bring to the table with the butter. That's what should always be on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, you being nice is the baseline of what you should do. Like,
I think the saying should be, to kind of wrap this video up because we've been going on longer than what I thought it was. I think the saying should be, those who do not command respect finish last.
Bingo.
All right.
Respect yourselves.
Before you wreck yourself, fool. All right, this has been your video. I am your host. Video tutorials and reviews. Nah, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. This was fun. Maybe we'll do like episode 2 in a little bit. All right.
I'm down.
Peace.